my darling FUMINATION. How are you? How are we? My name is Fumi Desalu-Vold. For those of you that are stopping by for the very first time, you're so very welcome indeed, my darlings. Indeed, indeed, indeed. Today we are going to review none other than the Amvca Awards, because you've been in my DMs. You have sent me messages. You said, Fumi, no. You were able to do the Met Gala. Well, let us show you what Met Gala really is. And I have to agree. Darlings, sit back and enjoy the review of the Amvca Awards. But before we kick it off, are we living and loving my fit darling? You know, I'm so happy because I've gotten rid of my love handles. Look, I can't believe it. Where did they go? Are we living and loving? Just look, my darlings. This is the front. Bam, bam, bam. And then this is the back, darlings. This is the back. Are we living and are we loving? This dress, I think, is an oldie goldie that I bought when I was holidaying in Miami. I cannot remember. It was one of those boutiques that I went to, and Ula said, take what you want. I took full advantage of that. Anyway, it's not about me. It's not about me. It's about the showboat, the fabulous red carpet of the Amvca Awards that I lived and that I absolutely loved. Let me start with the best dressed of 2024. Her name is Beauty, and she is absolutely beautiful. She's a beautiful, 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 beautiful girl, and I absolutely love the dress. She just looked like, oh, what did she look like? She looked like a fairy. She really looked like a fairy. Beauty Tukura. Girlfriend is the 43rd Miss Nigeria and also a lawyer, brand influencer, reality star. Well, Beauty, you are absolutely beautiful. You know, I was the first supermodel winner of West Africa. I was the first supermodel for Nigeria, and I was the first supermodel for West Africa. That, yes, my darling, I campaigned and I won. Yes, yes, yes. Beauty, you look fabulous. I love your hair. I love the makeup. I love the dress. Absolutely gorgeous. She's wearing contacts here. She's a pretty girl, and I liked the dress. The dress is gorgeous. I just loved all. You know what I liked about it? It was the rouging, the bodice. It was giving me angelic, gorgeous. The shade and the blush for her was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And she, my darling, got best dressed. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. Mamacita, you looked wonderful. A pretty girl. Nana Akua Adu. Absolutely breathtaking. You know what I loved about her? It was the flesh tone shapewear underneath. She couldn't have gotten a better match. She really went into this with a lot of detail. She looked amazing. I absolutely loved it. I loved the headpiece. The only thing was that it was repeated because I saw J.Lo wear it, and I would have loved if it was a little bit different. There are so many other headpieces that I think she could have worn, but it's okay. I thought it was absolutely gorgeous. I would have loved to see her move in the dress. I want to see you walk. I want to see you move. I want to see you bring this dress to life. To stand in one podium is not enough for me. I want to see how the dress moves. The creativity, 12 out of 10. For me, that shell purse, magic, with the pearl ring. It was creativity to the hilt. You're a beautiful chocolate mama, and everything about you is exquisite. Everything about you is exquisite. I loved this. She was one of my favorites last year because she came out here with this Eagle Empress dress, and I lived and I loved that as well. Nana from Ghana, you are doing it and you are giving it to us. Next, Toke Makinwa. Toke Makinwa is a whole other person at this point. The face, the body is a whole other person. But she looks beautiful though. For me, she looks beautiful. She absolutely what? She absolutely looks beautiful to me. Go ahead, mama. Do your thing. I live and I love. Her dress was absolutely exquisite. She looked like a champagne flute. She looked like celebration. She looked like Happy New Year. That was what it was giving me. Not Christmas, but New Year. Like Happy New Year to you all. You know I love it, so you better like it. I thought this was lovely. I thought it was very creative. I love the double lapel at the bottom. That had to be hard to do. And they did it wonderfully. Again, I would have loved to see her move. The girl can pose, and she posed beautifully in this dress. The hair was exquisite. The brows, the lashes, everything was top notch. Top notch, mama. You looked flawless. And I loved the backdrop. It was beautiful. I lived for it, okay? I really did. Osas. And Osas wore this kind of ribcage silhouette. Again, the shapewear underneath, unmatched. The hair, the makeup, very clean. I loved your blush. You're the most beautiful girl. Really and truly, you are the most beautiful girl. And the dress was done to a fine tee. I like the fact that she was on the red carpet. It shows that she moved with the dress. Again, like I told you, I want to see it come to life. And the dress was done very, very well. Absolutely gorgeous. The boning of it, gorgeousness. Gorgeousness. The makeup, the hair, beautiful. You know, it really does have to be said. When it comes to fashion, really go to Nigeria. Go to Nigeria. They can dress like no man's business. I don't care what you hear. Go. Travel is such an education. It is such an education. Because when you go to Nigeria, you will come out of there and you'll be like, I wasn't ready. When I was having my wedding, that's exactly what Ula's Norwegian family said. Because what they hear, poverty, it's dangerous. Oh my God, A, B, and C. But it's not necessarily the case. Newspapers is one thing. When you go see with your own eyes, sir, and our women are beautiful. Osas, you're gorgeous. I loved the way this lifted off your shoulders. I covered this at the Academy Awards. Somebody tried to replicate this and it did not take off. Yours took off. And I have to give you your flowers. You're like a bird. A beautiful bird that cannot be caged. How about that? I live for it. I do live for it, mama. You look divine. Absolutely what? Absolutely divine. My beautiful Choma Ikoku. Darling, I don't even know what to call you. This has to be one of my most beautiful looks on you because it showed how feminine you were. And at the same time, I could see your thorns. I'm not the one to be messed with. I will prick you. At the same time, if you love me, you adore me, you will get the best out of me. This is what it was telling me. I could see your face, your angelic, beautiful face, your beautiful lips. This was gorgeous. It was black leaves. She was giving me, we're coming out of winter and we're coming into spring. It was exquisite from hair strand to toenail. This has to be the best I've ever seen you, Choma. And you know what I loved about it? It was the 3D effect. It was the fact that the leaves were literally falling off of her. She was shedding the winter off and she was coming into spring. Oh, she gave it to me. Okay, that's all I needed. She moved. she moved, and they're velvet, and she has the sparkles only on one side of her eye, and now she's walking, and I live for it. I needed the dress to move, and it moved so that I could see where it's going. So it moves from the shoulders, it moves from the wrists, it moves from the hips. Excellently executed. Excellently executed, Choma. I don't have anything to say but fabuloso. Go right ahead and do your thing. I hope you had a wonderful night. Wow. Flawless. 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 Yes, Met Gala worthy. Above Met Gala. Above. We have some gentlemen. Timmy Egbuchon. And he wore a velvet tuxedo with a cross. And there were 4 teddy bears. When I tell you I live and love, I can tell you that I live and I love. I love the shoes, the square toe. I love the black shirt. I love the bow tie. I love the sunglasses. I loved that tuxedo jacket. It was the precision for me. That's what you call custom. Repeat after me. Custom. Close your eyes. Custom. I lived. I loved. Go right ahead. Go right ahead. You see, these Nigerians, I live for them. Because you see, you know what it is? It comes with a whole team. The photography, the suit, the shoes, the glasses, then the cinematography to get it all together. The styling, creative direction. Swanky Jerry. Swanky, you did it. You did it. I have to give you your flowers, baby. I have to give you your flowers. I live and love. You set them in the mood and you said, go right ahead. 3.8 million followers and well deserved, baby. And right by you, you had Okusaga, and he came out in pink. It takes a certain kind of man to be that masculine, to be that comfortable, to wear pale pink. And he did it with precision. Hello, sir. How are you? Now, I loved where it was all going. Loved. Let me just double check. Let me just take this thing. I loved where it's all going. I live. Let me look at it one more time. Only because I want to be picky. They could have let the trouser pant have a break. Translation, half an inch longer. Just half an inch longer so that it doesn't look as if to say we're having flood in Yaba. In Yaba take. Flood though. But other than that, it was gorgeous. I would have liked a collarless shirt because he had lapel and lapel over. Exaggerated sleeves, but it couldn't be ordinary sleeves. It could not. They should have steamed this. It needed a steaming, not an ironing. The shirt wasn't right. You know what they needed for this? A shirt that had lapels. It's from the 18th century. This would have worked better with this. The shirt is wrong, but the suit, the ensemble is beautiful. I see where they were going. The execution wasn't precise, but the photo shoot where they had the pink on the arch was beautiful. It came out and he said, hey Barbie, this is Ken, and you're a handsome Ken. It was in the fine details. Having said that, I still give you your flowers. Beautiful. And I love those sunglasses. Go right ahead, Pop. Okay. Oh, I've missed you, my darling. Caroline. Beautiful, beautiful Caroline. Caroline just looked like a princess. I've missed you, Mama. I've missed you so very much. She was in grey and she had this upside down kind of rib cage around her, which just encased this beautiful head. Yep, this beautiful head that was bejeweled. And you know, the blue was so beautiful. And in some pictures, it looked like it was grey, but it was actually blue. And that kind of blue that is very much in tune with her personality. Come back to reality, my darling, to reality TV. You are truly missed. I loved you. You look like an angel. Just look at your eyes, the gorgeousness, the blue. This was precision. Precision to a T. And I lived for it. The detail at the bottom of this dress was gorgeous. I also like the fact that you and Tiana got back together. That was a heart favorite of mine. That was a heart favorite of mine. I'm happy that you guys got together. You know, this is also what I like about Africans. We can quarrel, but we can kiss and make up. We're hot. I think it's all the hot pepper that we eat. But we can always kiss and make up. And that was nice. Talking about Tiana, let me go to my beautiful Tiana so I can dissect this thing very well. She will always give you originality. She's my baby sister in every way. I loved it. Why do you love it for me? Because it's different. I like different. And it was beautifully orchestrated. This is dress made out of coffee sacks. And I loved it. You know what really killed me for her? That is that she did the same thing with the boots. That girlfriend can make her own boots. Tiana, please come and make me boots. Because I have a couple of ideas. I loved it. I loved it. It was creative to a hilt. It is fire. Fire on the mountain. And if care is not taken, did I see that this thing even had a jacket? I just thought the fabuloso of it. Tiana will always be that girl. She will always be different. Do not ever change. Am I seeing that she even had shoes to match? She had shoes to match. This was beautiful. This was wonderful. It was gorgeous. And as far as I am concerned, Tiana, you stand alone, mama, and you will forever and for always be unmatched. You know why? Because they have to catch up to you. Don't ever change. Don't ever change. Tomiko Adoye white jumpsuit. A beautiful jumpsuit. And I think for me what the surprise was, which I lived and loved, was the half tuxedo cinched in jacket and then a beautiful tail. Mesh tail at the side. It brought the femininity to it. Translation to say, I can be masculine and I can be feminine. She gave us both sides and I loved both sides. I loved the juxtaposition and I loved how you could play both sides and it still worked in that angelic white. The shapewear, when I tell you, it is flawless, it is beautiful. It's giving shame to everybody else across the world. I say that right now because we're always looking to match our skin tone. And Nigeria is doing it back to back to back. All the mesh, all the sheer. I would love to have the sheer piece because it's fabulous. That's why you have to wait for my what? You have to wait for my brand. Because we can't get it here, I'm going to create it over there. That's how it's going to go. Love it. The bangs were precision. The makeup, the brows, beautiful baby. The lips, the earrings, you're looking like a dish. You are looking like what? You're looking like a dish. Neo Mobile gave me something I wasn't ready for. You know, it reminded me a little bit of Michael. And I loved him. I loved the hair. I loved the earring. I loved the bejeweled jacket. It was sensational. I loved how he posed. I loved the confidence that he exuded. And that little bleeding, you know, of a sensitive heart. It was everything. I don't know how long it took for them to do this, but I saw this and I was like, oh wow, oh wow. The men came out here and I lived and loved. I lived and I loved. I have never seen anything like this. I haven't. Not at all. On a man, on a guy, no, I haven't. And I loved, again, like I said, handsome man, he owned this. I love the detail because it was almost as if you can see the demarcation of his you know what, maybe they molded it to his tummy, you know, maybe they did. It was beautifully executed. He said, yes, I am the drama. Yes, you are. Ooh, no, they did not. They gave us detail in the trousers. And then in the back too. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Because remember, it's about film, it's about television. So I'm under the impression that he's a wonderful actor. Lifestyle, fashion, entertainment. Good job. Good job. You stood out. For me, for sure. The men came out here in these streets, when I tell you. Yes, they did. Precision to a T. I looked at him, I looked at him, I looked at him, I looked at him again. And I said, how dare you? How dare you come out here and give us fire the way that you did? It was fabulous. Men, take notes. What's his name? Dr. Akin Famino. Woo! From the hair strand to the toenail to his orbit. The jacket was fire. It had neon yellow. Do you know that if you had come to me and said that you want to put this on the jacket, I'd have said, are you mad? And yet when I saw it, it was flawless. You know what it was? It was the bow tie for me. It was the precision for me. Homeboy is eating his vegetables. Homeboy is drinking water. His eyes are clear. Just look at the shoulder. Just look at the corner. Just look at the trousers. Let me just check the sleeve. Yep. Can't be mad. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. 12 out of 10. No, you did not. Yes, he went there. He had the snake in the back. Don't try me. That was what spilled out. It's the snake in the back and then the fire on the sleeve. Beautiful. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. And I love the detail. Go right ahead. This was everything. It was everything. I live and love. There are some Nigerians out here. Oh, my God. This was not necessary to apply pressure on our necks like that. Oh, wow. I did not see it coming. Wow. I live and love. I live and love. We have another one. Toby Bakare. Toby Bakare came out in these streets and said, you know what, let me just put a safety pin to the side. That's all I'm going to do. And he did it very well. The execution was exquisite. It was a safety pin that he just put, and the suit is exquisite. There's nothing else. It's the simplicity of it. And he wore a chocolate coffee shirt with a coffee tie. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I mean, it wasn't necessary. They just said that it's one small party. They said party. They did not say to kill us. Alrighty. Uche came out here in a fabulous Las Vegas-esque dress. It reminded me of the 70s when you danced the can and the girls were beautiful. I loved the chocolate ensemble. I loved the feather detail, the ostrich feathers at the very bottom. Everything was gorgeous. It's extremely hard for me to find a dress here, an outfit here that I don't like. I am so sorry. It's not a matter of bias. It's a matter of that these people take this thing so seriously. I wish some others would. Starlight, Starbright, it was as if it was her night, and the beating, the intricate beating was just too much for me. I couldn't handle it. I really couldn't. I want this dress in the worst way. I don't know what else to tell you, my darlings. Her hair gorgeous with that beautiful blonde urban that she all mixed in. It was very much very her, and it was beautifully executed. That's all I can say. And you know what I like about it? I like the fact that the dress will mimic anywhere she is because the tail is sheer. So she's like an amoeba. She will take into the space of which she is given. So she will belong everywhere and belong to no one in particular. Did you live for that? I did. I really did. Gorgeous. Gorgeous mamacita. Gorgeousness, gorgeousness, gorgeousness. Film, television, studio, award-winning actress. Well, you know your fashion, mama, and I live and I love. And then we have Idia Asien. The dress is beautiful. The face is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I love the dress. Is it anything to really write home about in the grand scheme of things? No. I love her Louis V sandals. I think that was an extra touch. Very different. Very, very different from anything that I've seen. I think I'm struggling with the coat. It's the finish. It's the finish for me. It wasn't finished. No, it wasn't. It wasn't finished beautifully. It's very hard to execute something like this, you know. And what they should have done is that when you have this kind of material where it's like, you know, puffy, you have to go to the very edge, to the very, very edge, and that's when you start seaming, sewing, and patching. They left too much on the out, and it was puffy. Because it was puffy, you can actually see the irregulars of the stitching, so to speak. The stitching wasn't that great, and when it all handmade, or you go over it with your hand and then you spiral it. It's always the finish, but it was lovely. The color was lovely. The dress was not as spectacular in comparison to others, but I see where she was going. And for me, the only thing that really was yummy and was not even Niger made were the Louis V sandals. It's unfortunate because from a distance, it looks gorgeous. With a little Birkin bag, it looks gorgeous. You're a beautiful woman, but it could have been executed better. And the more I look at it, I can see that the bust line could have been executed better also. The color is fire. The makeup, the hair, the woman, gorgeousness. And it's still a high mark. It was the finish. That was it. It was only the finish. But it was gorgeous. It was gorgeous. But when it came together, it didn't come together, if you know what I mean. It's unfortunate because I see where she was going. Then we had beautiful Jemima. And Jemima did come together. Jemima wore a red dress, absolutely beaded all the way to the top. Now, pay attention. Remember when I was talking about the bust line of our previous beauty? It kind of fell, it gaped. This is how you do a bust line. You bring it all the way to the top and cover it because it will stay up. It has to stay up. Naturally, our busts are soft. You see, natural boobs, they are soft. It's not going to hold up like fake boobs because fake boobs will stay up, but natural boobs will fall. That's why, like me, I need the support in the back. I need it in the back. I need it up here to pull up so that it can look flawless, if you know what I mean. In so doing, this is what they executed for baby girl here. And I know she has a small bust too. I love the textures. I love the beading. I love the satin. And I love the tulle. Everything swept together. She looked like the beautiful angel of the West. The makeup, the execution, the dips and dabs of the red was gorgeousness. And her holding her rose saying, you know what? I am living and loving my best life. And you really are living and loving your best life. I loved it. I loved the execution of it. And it all played a great part in the finish. It's the finish for me. When the finish is fabulous, then it is everything. But when the finish is not, then it becomes distracting, might I say. That's the only way I can look at it. Yeah, I know I'm not going to get everybody, but these were the ones that brought interest to me. All right, drop it down in the comments and let me know if I should do yet another. I loved these girls. I loved them, and I really did not see anybody out there that I did not like. I'm not going to lie. Everybody was fabulous. Everybody brought something. And I think it's a testament to Nigerians, to their style of dress. It is what it is. because majority of the time back in my day, we didn't have stylists. I'm not gonna lie, we didn't have stylists, we didn't have makeup artists. This was stuff that we did ourselves. So when I first came abroad and I came to America, I was absolutely shocked to hear and see and that they were getting paid, that they've got stylists, makeup people and stuff, because back in Nigeria everybody did it themselves. Am I trying to say that perhaps it's innate inside the Nigerian blood? Maybe, but that's what it is. Congratulations, my darlings, to all of you. You really looked fabulous. You really, really did. Don't forget to like, to subscribe, to hit the notification button, my darlings, and I will see you I'll see you sooner than later. All of my love.